welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. And off we go here in Baltimore. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Williams in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. This one complete. It's to Small. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs.
That is caught. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they...
Derrick Henry! Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he is gone! 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. Williams in motion. On play action, Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's Gibbs. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3 Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. He'll go play action with Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Lions 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Lions.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Marlon Humphreys, usually found in coverage, that time on the blitz, gets there for the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. His kick is good. And the Lions will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 2nd and 9. And the pistol. Jackson ready. There he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Not much room to operate there. They'll get to about the 24.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Laporta in motion. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third and long. Here's Goff. The Pro Bowl safety, Kyle Hamilton. Crazy. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
on third down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead holds steady at 4.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Gibbs. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing here is Goff. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. In motion goes Likely. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Fowler. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On play action, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raven first down. Off the play fake. Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, so they're going to end up losing a couple yards. Not a good first down.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and...
In trouble, and down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On 4th down, out is the rookie Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Ravens have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Williams in motion. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To Slav, the man in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 5. Laporta in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Lions call their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's Gibbs, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. From the gun, it's Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will go up by 7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Jackson now. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
At the 36-yard line.
Second and a yard. Lamar going to work from the pistol. A quick slant to Flowers. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
Brings up second and a yard at the 46-yard line.
Now it's second and 1. To the air one more time with Jackson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Baltimore, first down. first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. On the option, they give it to Henry. Should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10. In motion goes Likely. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. It is third and long. Slot man in motion left. Jackson from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd and 7. They hand it to Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. This is 3rd and 6. Laporta in motion. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that, and you can see why. His ability to play through contact is just a lot to handle.
Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. A gain of 48.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Now Jackson, a dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. And the Lions have come up with the football. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
He'll go play action with Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As you could probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 9. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson going to keep this one himself.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Third down and 3. Jackson looking to throw. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 48 line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. On play action, here's Jackson. Flushed to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That is a gain of 20, and what a chance now. First and goal coming up. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. In motion goes Likely. Now Lamar going to hang on to it, and he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Ravens. That is second touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Reynolds now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Throwing, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And they'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Jackson going to keep it himself. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 42 yards.
And we've talked about how man coverage can be really good when defending the pass. But, Mike, the flip side of that is it actually can make things a little more challenging trying to defend.
To the goal line and in. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Ravens will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Gibbs. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Laporta in motion. Throwing here is Goff. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 38 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Tie game, fourth quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on first and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. A second effort, and he is in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That his second touchdown tonight. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Reynolds now on the return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Goff. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Throwing on second down. Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Williams in motion. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
First down, Detroit.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
On second down, Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. A run with Gibbs. First down and more inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. The Lions call their first timeout. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
They'll drop to throw. And he's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. This is 1st and 10. That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. The 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Henry. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Second and a yard. Here's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, 3rd down. Henry. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout, 2 seconds remaining in the game. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to win the game. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A 43-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.